Hello, hello, hello. How you doing, Starth?
I'm doing absolutely fine. I was so waiting for this stream and looking at all the energy that the chat has. I am loving it. But before we get to other things, I want all of you to appreciate this playlist that Ryan has for all of us. Backstage, both of us were vibing, and I can see all of you in the chat were also vibing to it. Shout out to Ryan for this.
I feel like I have to prove to the chat that that's actually the same playlist. I saw a couple of people be like, "Oh, I've never heard this song before." I've been using the exact same playlist for like 2 years at this point, so
I can't believe it. 7 months in, and I've never heard this. So we're going to pretend that it's a new one.
maybe I start further. Maybe I started at the top today, and normally I start further down. That might be it. There's definitely more songs than like the 10 minutes we have before stage, so that might be what's causing the confusion there.
Maybe that was Ryan's hack of making it sound new every time, but we're loving it.
So welcome everybody to Global Hack Week Games Week. We're super excited to have you here with us today. Siddharth and I are going to go through a bunch of stuff here in this presentation, but if you're looking for any of the information we cover, you can check out our website, ghw.mlh.io/live, and that's going to have all the info you need for Games Week this week. So with that, I do want to jump right into introducing ourselves here. I like to think I'm actually, we're both familiar faces on the stream now that I say this, but this is definitely Siddharth's first time during the opening. So I want to make sure y'all know who you're dealing with here. I'm Ryan. I am the director of events here at Major League Hacking. I help oversee Global Hack Week, all of our member event hackathons, workshops we host, all sorts of things like that. I'm trying to reach 1,000 followers on Twitter, so this is my shameless plug here. I'm going to be giving away a Blahaj to someone at random, which is a stuffed shark, for those of you who don't know, when I reach 1,000 followers. So if you want to follow me, get that done. And you can also, of course, follow MLH and all the good stuff there. Siddharth, do you want to tell the folks at home a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Hey everyone, I'm Siddharth. I work as the first party events coordinator at Major League Hacking. And like I already mentioned, this is my 7th Global Hack Week as an MLHer and first time on the opening stream. I am really excited for this. I might not be considering a giveaway as of now, but I'd love to connect with all of you on Twitter. There's my Twitter handle if you'd want to connect.
Nice. So I'm sure that many of you are, actually I know in fact, because I was reading chat beforehand, that many of you are at your first ever Global Hack Week. Welcome here. Global Hack Week is a Major League Hacking event, and we'll kind of explain everything you need to know over the course of this opening ceremony here. But I do want to start with what exactly Major League Hacking is, because I know not everyone is familiar with us. We help run what we call the global hacker community. By being at one of our events, you're part of our community, and it's our mission to empower hackers, just like each and every one of you. Anytime you attend one of our events, you are earning points for yourself and your school or university in our season-wide rankings and contests. And each year we work with thousands and thousands of hackers. And over the 10 or so years that we've been around, we've actually worked with well over 500,000 hackers. I was talking with Siddharth beforehand. We're going to need to update this to 600,000 very soon here. I know we're climbing rapidly. This next week is really all about leveling up as a hacker, getting your toes wet if this is maybe your first event, trying out new things if you're a regular hacker, whatever it might be. But we really want you to explore, level up. This is not a traditional hackathon. It doesn't have the same kind of format where you're building one project and everything is focused on that. This is really focused on trying out lots of different things, getting lots of experience, and kind of leveling up over the course of the weekend. So Siddharth, do you mind telling us a little bit more about what that actually looks like with some of these components here?
Absolutely. So we like to define Global Hack Week as Hacker Festival, which has technical sessions, workshop, panel discussions, and of course, a lot of fun mini events. And we want to make sure that you know what sessions happen when, and you're also signed up for all of those. So here's the link where you can find all of those listed day by day. So you go to GHW, which is short for Global Hack Week. So it's ghw.mlh.io/schedule, and you're going to find everything in there. We also have challenges for you. I can skip in. Yes. So we also have coding and design challenges. We're going to talk about challenges a little more further in the stream, but we want to make sure that you're hacking throughout the week. So there's going to be a lot of challenges that come in, both featured and daily challenges. So you go to ghw.mlh.io/challenges, or you just go to globalhackweek.mlh.io and find a tab that's called challenges. Click on it and you'll have a list of it ready.
Perfect. And so like we've mentioned, we're at Global Hack Week. We run 12 different Global Hack Weeks a year, usually the first week of any given month. It is a week-long festival for hackers to kind of come out, get experience, try new things, that sort of thing. But what exactly is Games Week, Siddharth? Do you feel comfortable telling everyone what the focus is this week?
Of course, like both of us already mentioned, Global Hack Week is a festival, and every festival here of late has had a theme associated to it. Like we had this thing going on, which was API for April, which was API RIL also. So similar to that, this month is for games, wherein we build games, we play games, we learn everything about games. But don't worry if you're not someone who isn't a fan of games, we also have some things for you. There's going to be general streams, which are going to be, if I can remember correctly, there's a Python stream that's happening this week. There's a lot of other games, a lot of fun events, I would call them, which are happening this week. So there's everything, there's something for everyone, as I would like to put it here.
Perfect. And Mary is going to be so thrilled when she hears that API role is still staying strong here. So as we've said a couple of times, I know there are tons of beginners every time we do a Global Hack Week. We're so excited to have you. I always like to just give a little caveat and little heads up, like our community is extremely friendly. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, ask in Discord, ask in Twitch chat. I know there is a horde of hackers who will happily answer your questions and get you in the right direction if an MLHer themselves doesn't get to it. So please, if you have any questions, you're confused, ask. We are more than happy to help you. We do want to jump into some of the logistics of this week, and we want to start with actually checking into the event here. So Siddharth, if you can share this link in chat for me, this is going to be where you join the event. And so we want you to make sure that you're actually registered for the event. You've submitted all the information we need you to submit. And then beyond that, we also want to make sure that you're actually checked in. So we've got a little GIF on stream here that shows you the difference between being registered and checked in. But you want to make sure you see that green join online event button. That's really what you're looking for to show that you're actually fully checked into the event. And you're going to check in not just for this, for the week itself, and not just for this stream, but for every stream that you attend. And that's how we track your attendance at things. And it's also going to be how you get swag, but we'll talk more about that in a little bit here. So make sure you do this. Now's a great time to make sure that you're checked in for the week. And with that, I'll jump to swag because I'm sure we're going to have questions about it. We always do. For this week, we want to make earning swag as easy as possible. Again, this event is all about helping people get started in the community. And so we intentionally try to make this very easy to get. All you need to do is register for the event like we just showed you, and then submit an address to our team so that we know where to ship your letter to. You will earn basic swag as long as you follow these 2 steps. For any of my pro Global Hack Weekers, normally we have Discord on here as well, but you'll see why in a little bit, why that has been removed. If you're looking to earn more than just our basic swag, you can earn yourself 2 or 3 extra stickers. I think it might be 2 for this event, but you can check on our website. If you check into at least 5 live events over the course of the week, you'll actually get a hexagon sticker for Global Hack Week games, and you'll also get a cutout image of our kind of mascot for the event. So if you go to the live webpage, you can see what that looks like there. Finally, on swag, I know folks are always excited about our swag drops, or as we're calling them now, surprise prizes. We give these out throughout the week to hackers who are active in Discord and Twitch chat. So if you're helping out other hackers, if you're just hanging out with us, if you're just being a great community member, we will occasionally raffle off swag. This can be all sorts of kind of retro items at the MLH Fulfillment Center. We have old t-shirts, we have fanny packs, we have sticker packs, all sorts of things from previous seasons that we give out to hackers, just as a little thank you for joining us for Global Hack Week. And again, these are extremely limited in quantity, but we do have these as well. We want to make sure everyone's aware of them. We've already been talking a lot here, Siddharth. Do we want to take a little pause and maybe give away a swag, or rather a surprise prize?
Definitely. I've been reading through the chat and looks like everybody is very high on adrenaline, all excited. So this is definitely the perfect time to do it. How about we ask everyone to share what they're looking forward to, a session that they're looking forward to at Games Week, and then we can go around scrolling through and selecting one as a winner here.
Let's do that. So we're going to ask you to share something you're looking forward to this week, and then I will let Siddharth pick something out from the chat, and we'll give that person a surprise prize. Also, I see this question from 404. We're going to do a full Q&A at the end, but I did want to talk about this, actually. The reason we've rebranded swag drops to surprise prizes is because we get a bunch of new folks who are confused about the difference between earning swag at the event and earning a swag drop. So we're trying to call them surprise prizes to make it simpler for everybody involved. But let's see what everyone is looking forward to.
We already have entries coming in the chat. I'll just give them 5 more seconds to catch up while I scroll up the chat to see if there were other questions. There's this question, which is, can we attend these sessions in recorded form after the live sessions? You can. It's going to be up on Twitch for the next 30 days, and it's going to be forever there on YouTube. So you can go ahead and just search for Global Hack Week or Major League Hacking on YouTube and find your favorite sessions and go watch them.
Nice. All right. I think we've got some good entries here. You've got to make a decision, though.
Cool. I'm going to close my eyes, be completely fair, and then scroll through. Okay, let me just figure out where this starts and then start. Closing my eyes, I'm gonna scrolling down furthermore. I think I'm at someone who's the winner here.
You're gonna have the same problem I always have, where I can't click on the person fast enough.
Exactly. Here's our winner.
Awesome. So Arman earned themselves our first surprise prize this week. if a MLHer gives you a surprise prize, like Armand just earned one here, you're going to have to claim that by opening up a Discord ticket, and I'll show you how to do that right now. So this is only for the person who is selected, but they're going to go into Discord, and once they've got fully signed in and checked into Discord, they're going to go to the help section. Losing it already here. They're going to go to the help section in particular, and then go to support tickets. And one of the options should be Global Hack Week support, and they can open up the ticket there and send in a screenshot, or just let us know that they want a surprise prize on stream. So that is all of our swag. But speaking of Discord, I'll cover that real quick as well, and then maybe we'll hear from Siddharth after that. We do want to make sure that you all join our Discord server. This is one of the challenges this week. You can earn a point for doing this. All you need to do is head to discord.mlh.io, and that's going to give you a direct invite to the server. Again, if you're one of my professional Global Hack Week attendees here, you may notice that discord.mlh.io looks a little bit different than normal. That is normal. We're making some changes that we'll talk about in a little bit here. Once you're on the Discord server itself, you want to head to the channels and roles section in the upper left-hand corner, and you're going to actually complete all of the questions there to earn extra roles and kind of get started with the server. That's going to give you access to different sections. In particular, make sure that you let us know that you're participating in Global Hack Week, and that'll get you access to the rest of the GHW channels this week. All that sound good? All right, Siddharth, do you want to talk a little bit about guilds for us here and why discord.mlh.io looks a little different?
Sure, let's go. If you've been around for other Global Hack Weeks, you know that we like to call guilds as your family inside of Global Hack Week, or a group that you hack with while you are hacking at Global Hack Weeks. But this time around, like Ryan mentioned, discord.mlh.io is going to look a little different because guilds are under construction, which means you will not be able to join a new guild, and you might not also be able to create another guild, a new guild. But if you are already in a guild, you are welcome to stay there, and you can go around talking to people, making friends, and having fun. Nice. But we also have a workaround here, which is going to be on the next slide.
We have a Hack Together channel that you're going to be able to use throughout the week here as a kind of intermediary while guilds are being revamped for the next Global Hack Week. So if you are like our friend Jeff here and you happen to be #guildless, no worries at all. You can check out Hack Together and find some awesome folks to work with this weekend, or rather this week. Listen to me. You'll be able to find folks to partner up with and still do projects and things like that together as well. Guilds definitely will be back in the future, but we are just working on them this month with doing a Global Hack Week every month. We're kind of changing up our schedule a little bit, and we want to make sure that we're able to make updates to things for y'all so that guilds can be even better in the future. Cool. In addition to that, we talked a little bit about challenges up at the start, but Siddharth, do you want to go into a little bit more detail here on what these are?
Sure, let's do this. Challenges are going to keep you hacking on a daily basis, and these challenges are never going to be always technical. You have mini events which turn into challenges. You have some challenges that are going to prep you for streams that you're going to join. Some of these challenges are also going to be done while you're watching those streams. So make sure that you keep an eye on the challenges that are active daily. These, like I said, range from short coding prompts to design challenges to a lot of fun things that you can do, and it's completely beginner friendly. Don't worry about that. But do you think it's a good time for us to give them a tour of what challenges look like as of today?
For sure. I can make that happen. Give me 2 seconds here. We will pull up the right screen. And let's do w.mlh.io. Perfect. We'll pull this over for everybody at home. Cool. So if you're on the Global Hack Week website here, you can go to the challenges page. And let me zoom that in a little bit as well. And on this page, you can see all of our challenges here, and you can check out the description. You can read a little bit more about them, and you can actually go ahead and submit these as well. These are all links out to different spaces as well. So if you wanted to register for Security Week, you can just click on this, and it'll bring you right where you need to go to complete that challenge. Is there anything in particular that you're looking forward to today, Siddharth?
Yeah, a couple of things that I'd like to add is some of these challenges also have tutorials attached. So if you're confused on how to go about doing this, you just click on Learn More, and there's going to be a tutorial that's going to guide you through the process of doing this. And if you're confused on where to go about submitting a challenge once you've worked on it, on the description, you're going to find either daily form or dev post mention, and that's where you need to go and submit your completed hacks.
Nice. For me personally, I just want to plug, if you're looking to redeem a free domain name, which we'll talk more about in a second from our friends at GoDaddy Registry, or you want to set up a website, I'm actually going to be trying to tackle both those and more during my stream later today. So if you want to tag along with me, I'm going to be doing these challenges and some other ones later on. Cool. Awesome. Shall we jump back to the slides?
Let's go.
Cool. Let's just exit out of that. As we mentioned, listen to me here. Our challenges are submitted in different locations depending on what challenge you're completing. So make sure you're checking out either the dev post or the Google form. Again, just click on each of the challenges and it'll help you out with actually completing those and getting them in the right spots. Those challenges are due every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time or 7:30 p.m. IST. If you're in a different time zone, you can just use these as the base. Those challenges are due at that time to make sure that we're able to calculate points and everything like that. If for some reason you don't get a challenge in on time, just open up a support ticket. Generally speaking, me, Mary, Siddharth, and the rest of the team are more than happy to give you some bonus points or make sure you're able to submit the challenge late as well. And once again, you can view all those challenges right on our website, ghw.mlh.io/challenges. When you're not doing those challenges, though, what else should you be doing this week? That's really where our live streams come in. Or if you're like me, I try to do both at the same time. I like to code along with people. So if you're interested in attending one of our live streams, you can check out the schedule also on the website, ghw.mlh.io/schedule. But I think Siddharth and I are actually going to walk you through the full schedule right now anyway. So we'll tell you what's going on today at the very least. Sound good? Cool. All right. So our first stream today is going to be hosted by GitHub and their team. This is going to be on Kubefly.js. It's going to be taking place right after Siddharth and I wrap up, so just about in 40 minutes from now. GitHub is one of our awesome partners for the event, so make sure you check out this workshop. They're going to be doing an hour-long session on this, and hopefully y'all get to learn some awesome skills as part of it. What do we have up after that, Siddharth?
Oh, we were joking about this earlier, but this is a completely new MLHer who's going to be on the stream probably for the first time. Join Ryan in making a Games Week leaderboard at 3 p.m. Eastern, which is right after the GitHub stream that's going to happen.
I forgot. Twice in a row now, I've forgotten that I'm right after the GitHub thing. After GitHub, we have John, who's going to be doing Wikipedia races, which was one of our mini events. This is a great way to take a break from hacking and kind of just disconnect for a little bit, do something fun to kind of re-energize yourself. I think normally we start getting a bunch of questions about the schedule right about now. And so for all of our hackers in IST, in India or other parts of the world, where it's going to be nighttime while this stream is going on, don't worry, there are plenty more streams coming here, and we do not expect you to attend all of them. There are tons and tons of streams throughout the week, and attending them all would be a tough task, I think. So don't sweat it if you're going to be asleep during any of these. What's up next after that?
Next up is this very cool stream by Kari, which is on cross-platform games, and you're going to build this for iPhones and Apple Watch, both of them together. This is going to be a series of streams. Join Kari for part 1, which is happening at 6 p.m. Eastern, which is 3:30 a.m. IST. And like Ryan mentioned, because this is going to be early hours for the IST folks, don't worry too much about attending this. You can always come back and watch the recordings. Make sure you're able to join the ones that suits your schedule.
Nice. We've got Gabriella up next playing another mini event, or leading another mini event rather. They're going to be playing Fake Artist Goes to New York. This is one of my favorites like board game mini event things ever. I really enjoy this game. You basically draw a picture one line at a time, but one of you doesn't know what you're drawing. It's like a hidden roles game. Very, very fun. Heavily recommend you attend this if you're able to. This is going to be 8 p.m. Eastern Time or 5:30 a.m. IST. We've got a crowd favorite here. What is Will up to after that?
This was particularly one that I was very looking forward to announcing. I noticed a couple of hackers also talking about this on Discord and on the chat right here, which is all of you, I think, are fans of chess, and all of your favorite chess games are going to take a step further, and you're going to train an ML model to play chess. How cool is that? Join Will as you dive into machine learning to make a model that plays chess with you or along for you, maybe at 9 p.m. Eastern, which is 6:30 a.m. IST.
Nice. Yeah, I'm very excited to see how that one turns out. Ellie is up next. They're going to be doing a intro to Unreal Engine here. This is going to be part 1 of a multi-part track. So definitely check this out if you're looking to do anything with Unreal Engine this week. I know, or at least my perception of Unreal Engine was that it was like for like AAA style games, but you can actually make some really cool smaller projects with it as well. So make sure to check out Ellie's stream here later on. Who's up next?
Up next is another favorite game of everyone, which is Tetris, the evergreen game that all of us have played at some time. If you've been around for Global Hack Weeks, you've played that multiple times, I'm sure. And right now, you're going to build a own version of yours in Java with Nodir, who's, I think, is it Nodir's first stream? Probably not. The second Global Hack Week, I think.
I think second, but I could be wrong about that. I feel like we have so many coaches and streamers now. I feel like I need like a cheat sheet to keep track of where everyone's at.
But anyway, we'd want all of you to give them a lot of love on the stream, even if it's a second Global Hack Week. Join them at 1 a.m. Eastern and 10:30 a.m. IST to learn how to build very own Tetris.
Nice. Up next, we've got John Kingsley, another fan favorite here. He's going to be hacking with the iOS Scene Kit. This is going to be taking place at 5 a.m. Eastern Time or 2:30 p.m. IST. John is a regular MLHer, and I'm sure this is going to be a great stream. I'm very excited to see what he ends up building as part of it. What is Dimmer up to after that?
Dimmer is another favorite streamer. I'm a really big fan of Dimmer. I'm going to admit this on the stream. Dimmer is going to teach all of you on how to integrate Twitch chat commands into Unity. So you're going to have live streams integrated into Unity, which is another game engine. It's going to be very, very cool on how you're going to do that. Join Dimmer at all of those Dimmer fans in the chat. I wasn't wrong at all. Join Dimmer at 7 a.m. Eastern, which is 4:30 p.m. IST.
I realize that we say for every streamer, we're like, oh, another fan favorite. And it's true. We're not lying. Like, everyone is a fan favorite, but I'm laughing at us here where we're just like, oh, another person that everyone goes wild about in the chat.
We just have an amazing team of coaches and streamers here. We cannot lie.
Exactly. We've got Kaiwalia and Akshita doing Fake Artist Goes to New York at 9 a.m. Eastern Time or 6:30 p.m. IST. So if you missed that first session of it, you might be asleep or something like that. We've got another session here to make sure you come out and get an opportunity to play a really fun mini event. And then I think our final stream here, what is Dimmer wrapping us up with for the first day?
Dimmer is going to do another stream which is based on Unity. Sounds like you're going to learn a lot of Unity this day. And you're going to also learn a lot of Unity throughout this week to make sure that you all are very geared up with how to make games of your own. This one specifically is about user interface development in Unity, another important part of how games take shape. This is happening at 10 a.m. Eastern, which is 7:30 p.m. IST.
Nice. And right after Dimmer's stream wraps up, we'll be doing our Today in Global Hack Week stream. This is a regular daily check-in we do at 12 p.m. You'll get a kind of variety of MLHers who come on. They will give you kind of an update on what happened the previous day, as well as kind of walk through the schedule and answer any questions that you have live on stream. So that's a great opportunity to come and hang out with the community and just, maybe even earn a surprise prize as well. I didn't want to promise it, but that is often a time where they're given away. So yes. As we kind of wrap up here and get ready for our Q&A, I did want to make sure that we thank the partners who make this event possible. Global Hack Weeks are completely free for hackers, including the swag that we send you. And the only way that's possible is with the generous support of the folks we work with. So I wanted to give a shout out to GitHub and their team or the GitHub education team in particular. They support us at many Global Hack Weeks. I'm sure many of you have seen them before. They're going to be running challenges throughout the week. They've got an awesome suite of tools for hackers and students. I always like to shout out the Student Developer Pack. If you hadn't used it before, it has tons of free tooling in it and definitely worth checking out. But make sure you come to GitHub stream right after this and then check them out over the course of the week and all the challenges they have, of course. And then our second partner here this week is GoDaddy Registry. As we talked about when you're looking at the challenges, they're giving you a free domain to use for an entire year. And they also have a couple of challenges throughout the week. I'm going to be using them in my stream later. So if you're looking to check out GoDaddy Registry, I'll actually walk you through registering a domain and everything like that, in addition to walking you through some other things. But definitely excited to have them back and excited to be able to provide all of you with a free domain as well. Someone asking a question here, or multiple people asking questions. In fact, we're going to do a Q&A in just about a few minutes here. So just hold those questions for us and we'll answer all of them. On a serious note, before Siddharth and I get to those questions, I did want to remind everyone that this event follows the MLH Code of Conduct. You can read the full Code of Conduct online, and you should. You've already agreed to it by registering for this event. If you have any problems throughout the week, you're welcome to report those to our team. There's an email and phone numbers that you can reach out to there. The TLDR of our Code of Conduct is that you should be respectful. Harassment and abuse are never tolerated at our events. If anyone or anything is making you uncomfortable over the course of the week, please let one of the MLHers know, and we're happy to do what we can to resolve it for you. Particularly with digital events like Global Hack Week, I always like to remind folks that there is a human on the other side of the screen. I know it's really easy in Discord and things like that to forget about the fact that there's somebody on the other side of the screen. Be patient with folks and give them a minute. And then one final reminder here for Global Hack Week, it's never appropriate to comment on folks' appearance on screen. I think that makes a lot of folks uncomfortable, or can make a lot of folks uncomfortable, even when you're giving them compliments. So if you have anything to say about your streamer's appearance or anything like that, that is best to keep to yourself rather than putting in chat. With all that said, we have done it. We've made it to our Q&A here. So Siddharth and I are going to start taking questions from the chat. There's a little bit of a time delay, as always. So if you do have questions that you've posted, feel free to post them again, and we will go through and answer questions until our time runs out. Cool. Also, awesome job, Siddharth. Your first opening ceremony, you made it through here.
Thank you. And while you were running through the stream, I was looking for all the questions that we might have missed out. Here's
Perfect.
one, which is about project deadlines. Project deadlines, I'm hoping you're asking about when are challenges due. Challenges are going to be due on the next day. So if you're submitting a challenge that's for day 1, you're going to have to submit it before 10 a.m. Eastern, which is 7:30 p.m. IST. The next day, which is day 2. Yeah, that should have answered your question.
Why is Global Hack Week taking my sleep at night? IST people driven crazy. I promise that's not our intention. We actually want everybody to sleep regardless of where in the world you're at. But we build our schedule so that everyone can attend as best as possible. With a global event, that's not, there's no perfect schedule, but there are definitely activities that, the Eastern crowd, the Eastern Standard Time crowd misses out on as well. And so we do our best here with scheduling, but appreciate your patience.
I'm going to take this question up because 404 came to me suggesting a video game that's for airplanes, but I don't think I'm ready yet to do a stream. I'm still trying to perfect my landings, but once that's out, irrespective of what theme you're going to run for Global Hack Week, you're going to find me do that on stream. Don't worry about that.
I don't know if this is a question, but someone said free domain from GoDaddy registry. The code and everything you need is on the challenges page. Just because of how those codes work, we can't post it in Twitch chat or anything like that. So if you want it, it is on the website. Here's a really good one. How many projects do we have to do per day? As many or as few as you like is the real answer here. There's no requirement to submit challenges. We definitely encourage you to do so if you're going to be participating throughout the week. But again, to earn swag, all you need to do is register and share your address. And that's intentional, right? We want to make it as easy as possible for folks to participate and to kind of earn those mementos. This is really meant as a kind of starting off point for folks in the community. We want it to be extremely beginner friendly and fun for folks.
There's another question here about what is the biggest takeaway that should be for hackers this week. Ryan, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, for sure. I think kind of like I was just talking about, honestly, like for our new hackers, our folks who are at maybe their first Global Hack Week ever, this is a great opportunity to get a feel for how the community works, get to meet some other people in the community, maybe form some teams that you can use at future hackathons. And for our really experienced folks or folks who've been to events before, it's a great opportunity to try something new. If you're regularly a Python developer, maybe you normally work in Node or something like that, and you want to try a different language, try a different library, there are all sorts of different opportunities to explore this week. And I find that's what I really enjoy the most about Global Hack Week. It's lower stakes than a full hackathon for me because I can make lots of different projects and try lots of different things versus focusing on one project that's getting judged. And like, there's a little bit more kind of circumstance around it for me when it's that one project for the whole weekend. That feel fair?
Totally. And I would say, don't forget to focus on making friends, because this is a time for you to talk to other folks, use the Hack Together channel that we created for all of you, even with guilds not functioning. Don't forget to make friends and keep in touch with them later.
Nice. Do challenges give prizes? There are no, well, actually, I guess that's not true. There are surprise prizes at Global Hack Week, but none of our challenges give any prizes. The only way to earn swag at this event is registering and submitting your address, earning bonus swag by attending 5 live streams, or getting a surprise prize or a swag drop, as they used to be called.
Is the first challenge due already? It is not, since we're just kicking off Global Hack Week Games Week. The challenges have just started, so you get until tomorrow 10 a.m. ET or 7:30 p.m. IST to submit your challenges.
Yes. Mary is out of the office today, but don't worry, she'll be back throughout the week. You'll see her starting again tomorrow. I know that Siddharth and I don't live up to Mary as a standard, but you'll have her back shortly here. Great question here from Hardik. How do you collaborate with other people as a team? Let me tell you about our good friends at GitHub. If you're new to coding, GitHub and Git really is like the industry standard for collaborating on code. And so I definitely recommend checking them out. That is like the de facto answer for working with other people when you're coding, is using Git to do that. Are there going to be any in-session challenges which cannot be completed later? No, there are not going to be any challenges that are only completable during the session. They're all able to be completed afterwards. So great question, though. I like you got a shout out for somebody for having very white teeth. I saw that one.
I noticed that. And the background is also trying to get my teeth out of the frame. So it's black sometimes and then white sometimes.
Yes. Let's see here. I don't know what the full question is here, but you are absolutely welcome to use any language you like in your projects. So JavaScript, Python, C, whatever you need to use this week, or whatever you want to use this week is totally fine. We don't do any sort of we're not judging your projects or looking for specific languages in that kind of traditional hackathon way.
And I'd want to take a moment to welcome them because this is apparently their first MLH event.
Nice. We love to see it. Here's a good one. Is there any in-person events related to MLH in India? Yes, there are. I was actually just at a couple with some MLHers, but I was at HackHound and Diversion, I guess a month or so back at this point. And then Siddharth, you went to Electrothon, was it?
Yes, correct.
Yes, and so
that was just last month.
Yeah,
so we have plenty happening. And I see also someone mentioning that hackathon, NIT Hamirpur, that's where Electrothon happened. Just a shout out to them very quickly, but sorry, go on, Ryan.
No, you're good. I was going to say the way to find all of our events is to go to mlh.io/events, and that's going to have our full calendar. I'll post the link here in chat. This is our 2023 season, which is coming to a close at the end of June. So we'll have a new season page up with all of our fall and next spring events coming up shortly. But you can see all the stuff we had in 2023, and that should give you a pretty good idea of the events that we have for next year as well. You do not need to register your team with Global Hack Week per se, but when you submit on DevPost, you often do need to add collaborators. And so if you're working with a couple of other hackers and you want to make sure they get credit for submitting that challenge as well, make sure that you add them on DevPost. You typically can do that by email or by their DevPost username as well, if you know that. I love this friendly reminder here. 100% true. These streams are totally available afterwards. The recordings stay up forever on YouTube. So make sure you get rest. Global Hack Week is a marathon, not a sprint. So please don't stay up the whole time. You're going to need some sleep over the 7 days here.
There's another unique question here, and I'm going to put you on the spot, Ryan, to answer this one.
So I'll actually do a little swag reveal here too, actually. This was not planned, but I'll show off this shirt. So we got some Global Hack Week shirts. But the answer to this question, can you make a merch site? We actually used to have shop.mlh.io. The honest answer is that when you're doing shipments like that, particularly all over the world, it is really costly. And I know many hackers who've received packages from us in India know this firsthand. MLH covers customs and import fees and things like that for anyone who receives a prize from us. If we did a swag store where you were purchasing things, we probably wouldn't be able to offer that same benefit. And as a result, many of our hackers in India might be paying $50, $60, $70 for a t-shirt just to get it into the country. And that's where a lot of kind of our concern comes from. If we can figure out a way to do this like locally in some of our biggest regions, or we can figure out a way to do this in a way that's sustainable for hackers and feels fair to our whole community, it's definitely something we're interested in. I know me and Swift both have long held a desire to have a swag store open because we know how excited many hackers are to rep MLH and rep their involvement in the hacker community. But,
totally.
Whew, put me on the spot, Siddharth. Come on, we talked about this before the stream.
We talked about putting you on the spot, not putting you on the spot.
No, you're good. Great question here. What do points provide? The points are completely made up. They don't have any purpose whatsoever. They are just for you to kind of keep track of and judge yourself along. When we send out our daily emails, you'll see where you rank as a percentage compared to other hackers. But really, they're just for fun. They are not meant to be anything more than that. They don't impact swag. They don't impact anything else. So. I realize I'm like 10 minutes behind where chat is, so I'm going to pull the classic. I'm scrolling all the way down. So if we missed your question, please re-ask it here.
Cool. While you're scrolling down, I'll just take this one question here, which is about challenges, I believe. Challenges are beginner friendly. You can go check, or I'd say challenges are also beginner friendly. You can go find a challenge that you want to work on. It's completely up to you as to what language you'd want to use, which one you would want to attempt. So feel free to go select any one that suits your interests.
Nice. So I have a question here about swag. I'm actually going to pull up the website to answer this one now. So if you go to our website here, so we're going to go to ghw.mlh.io, and if I click on swag, you can actually see all the things that you'll get in your letter from MLH. So everyone receives this sticker pack here and the postcard. And then if you complete our bonus challenges, or rather if you earn bonus swag by attending 5 live sessions, you earn the character sticker and the hex sticker as well. And you can see bigger versions of them down below. These are for an old event. They're just here as examples of what you'll receive though. Cool. And I'm going to answer this one about challenges as well. So if you go to the challenges page, and we're going to pick something at random here. Let's do, let's try set up a website and see where this takes us. That links out to GDR. Let's try build a rock, paper, scissors game. So this is going to bring us to the dev post page specifically, which is what I was looking for. And when you start and submit a project here, you're going to actually select what challenges you're applying for. And then MLH does the tabulation for who's completed what challenges in the back end. All you need to do is worry about submitting it on the website or the Google form, depending on the challenge. Great.
There's this question, which is on a completely different note, but would you want to take this?
Yeah, for sure. If you're interested in working for MLH, there's lots of great opportunities. A couple of things I would point out. This question is specifically about the core team, which I'm going to interpret as full-time. You can check out careers.mlh.io. That's our full-time job listings. I think we're recruiting in every region right now in theory for engineers. I'm not sure about our other roles that are up on the website, but you can check it out and find out. For other opportunities, I always like to call out here, if you are a hackathon organizer yourself, we are always recruiting coaches, which are the folks who go out and represent MLH at our events. So if you're interested in becoming a MLH coach or you're interested in doing streams with us, you can always apply for that. And then finally, we have the MLH Fellowship, which is a remote internship alternative. It comes with a stipend. You can contribute to open source. Very, very cool program. And I'm sure many of the folks in chat are aware of it already, but the fellowship is another great opportunity if you're looking to work with MLH. Great.
And I believe they're having trouble finding the code for GoDaddy registry.
I can show you all. Hold tight, team. So if we go back to the challenges page, if you look at this one right here, redeem your domain, you can see the code right there. Again, Siddharth and I can't post the code in Twitch chat, and we can't let other folks post it in Twitch chat, but you can see the code right here. So that should get you what you need.
Sweet, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Where is your guild is top 10% of guilds? I'm assuming this is in reference to the points emails. If that's not in there, we can certainly add it back 404, but it should be in there. We normally do a comparison for your individual points and a comparison for the guild points as well. It might actually, now that I say that, it's going to be missing this week because guilds are under construction. So let me back that up a couple of steps here. We won't have it this week, but we will have it for future Global Hack Weeks, I imagine.
Shout out to Robert and everyone on our design team for such a cool website.
Yes. Someone here asking if there are training sessions. Most of our streams are pretty beginner friendly. I think all of our coaches, all of our MLHers do their best to be accommodating for folks who aren't sure like how to get started. My stream in particular, I keep very base level. And so if you're looking for like a good introductory stream, I'll kind of walk you through setting up a website using Python and Flask. And we'll actually add some additional functionality to add a database. We'll have a user login, and I'm actually going to walk you through how to do that, hopefully in 2 hours or less. I'm a little worried I overcommitted myself for just 2 hours, but we'll see what we can get through today. So if you're looking for an intro level one, come out and hang out with me. but all of our stuff are pretty good. All of our streams are pretty good is the better way to say that. I see somebody asking about MLH wallpapers, and let me do a little investigating real quick. We used to have them on the website, but I think they're not listed on the website anymore. I will make a note for myself here. We will see if we can add these back to the website. We used to have them on our swag page as like a little digital download that you could get, but we'll do our best to get those out to y'all if you're interested. Bam. Question here from Gaming Skull. How can we talk to MLHers via direct message apart from Discord where they will actually respond? So a couple of questions here. I think a couple of questions here. One, if you are interested in reaching out to the MLH team, if you have a concern or anything like that, email is the best channel. So hi@mlh.io is our general inquiries email. Shipping questions at MLH if you're having issues with the shipment. We have lots of other emails that you can leverage depending on what you're trying to reach out and ask. In terms of direct message, we actually tell all of our MLHers to turn off direct messages on Discord because we leverage a ticket system and it basically funnels all of the questions into one shared space that everyone can collaboratively work on. So we actually tell our team not to enable DMs. So if you're trying to DM MLHers, that might be your issue. That said, if you do have an issue, my Twitter DMs are open and I do answer questions from hackers there all the time. My answer might just tell you to email somebody else, but I will do my best to answer your question as always. So,
another popular question here for Ryan.
Yes. Okay. Do we receive tracking link or something for the swags? I haven't received the previous 2 weeks swags till now. So you do not receive a tracking number, and that's in your swag FAQ as well. You should have gotten a confirmation email from us that has that information. Particularly if you're in India, where I know a lot of our attendees are. Unfortunately, India has a really high failure rate with postal mail from international sources. We see some hackers who get it within 2 weeks, and then we see other hackers who, get it like 4 or 5 months down the road. We are opening up a fulfillment center inside of India, and actually, I think the bonus swag from last time actually shipped from that fulfillment center. But we're basically exploring other options to see if we can get a better delivery rate inside of India. The TLDR here, though, is no tracking link. And if you haven't received it yet, you just need to be patient and wait for it. I'm going to jump down in chat again, just as a heads up.
I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to relax because you've been taking back-to-back questions here. I'm going to answer this one here, which is about, is there a limit on how many challenges we can do? There's absolutely no limit per se. You can attempt as many challenges that you'd want, but I'd want to put in another friendly reminder here, which is do not stretch yourself too much. Make sure that you get enough rest. Make sure you are doing other things that we all of us should be doing on a daily basis, which can be attending school, going to work, all of those things. But if you think that you really want to attend all of those challenges, you are free to do it.
Awesome. I see a silly question here. How many from your followers are selected for the Blahaj? I joked with Mary that I was going to do a Blahaj giveaway at 1,000 followers, and I realized I've committed myself to it now. But I'm going to do one Blahaj giveaway at 1,000 followers as a joke. I think I'll have some fun and do a giveaway. How do we get a free tee? So Major League Hacking partners with Capital One to provide season tees for some of our events. This year, those season tees are only available at US and Canada-based hackathons. So if you're looking to earn one of our season tees, you need to attend an event in one of those regions, and then they're limited in supply at those events. Outside of that, we do occasionally give out tees at the end of our season if we have leftovers or if we have some sort of special circumstance. But I know for this year in particular, they are going to be harder to get than they have been in the past.
I'm going to take a moment here to give a shout out to Mahesh. Yes, I do know Mahesh. Mahesh is also an MLHer. If that's what you asked.
Give us some shout outs for Mahesh in the chat, please. Mahesh is a real one.
Definitely.
We have a question from Zeke here. They're new to Global Hack Week. Welcome. Are we going to create our own project and submit them? Yes, you're creating your own projects and submitting them. But again, and I like to emphasize this particularly for Global Hack Week, this is a very beginner-friendly event. So if you want to use some like boilerplate code, if you want to just explore and make some modifications, that is totally fine. We generally don't, we're not looking for a full hackathon project. There's no judging that's associated with it. So this is really for you to explore. Whatever you're comfortable submitting is A-okay. We're not looking for fully fledged projects. If you want to make some light modifications and submit stuff like that, that's welcome as well. So.
This is another question that has come in a couple of times. You want to answer that quickly?
Yeah, for sure. So Tanishir, I think, asking, will this Global Hack Week help in any way for the MLH Fellowship application? Yes and no. I don't want to overpromise here. So when we look at your application for the fellowship, and it also has a caveat here, Siddharth and I both do not work on the fellowship team. We work on the events team at Major League Hacking. But for the fellowship team, they look at kind of your whole profile, right? And so they're going to look for folks who are regularly participating in hackathons, folks who are exploring different technologies, things like that. And so you certainly can have experience from Global Hack Week that impacts your fellowship application, but we don't give you any sort of like bonus for being a regular attendee at our events. We look for it, and it's something that's exciting for us when we see it, but there's no like core mechanism or anything like that that's going to impact your application. So hopefully that answers that.
Yeah, I know guilds are not functioning this Global Hack Week, but a quick shout out to Code Beatles because they wanted one.
Hey, there we go. We've got a question here. Does the domain registry need a credit card? I suspect it does. It varies depending on the code and some other circumstances. I think GoDaddy Registry requires a credit card now. That is for identity verification purposes. So it prevents people from, redeeming the code over and over again on new accounts and things like that. But you do need a credit card. You can actually cancel right away, though. So there's no renewing fees or anything like that. And I know many of our domain providers actually, they encourage people to do that basically. So. Right, let's see what else we've got.
Mm-hmm.
Can you complete one challenge now? You know what? I actually think that we can. So we'll take them up on this here. I'm going to screen share again. We're going to go to the challenges page. Everyone can follow along at home. We're going to complete a challenge together if you're looking for one. I saw that there was one for LinkedIn, which is definitely easy for us to do live on stream. So absolutely. There's a LinkedIn event for Global Hack Week games. So if I click on this, that's going to bring us to the event itself. Oh, perfect. And let me minimize my messages here. And if we just click on attend, I think that's all we need to do. We just completed a challenge. We're good to go.
Yay.
Completed live on stream. I'll link the thing here in chat for everybody as well, so you've got it. Bam. Perfect. Great. Oh, my chat did not send. There it goes. So when exactly will swags be delivered? This varies wildly depending on where you're at in the world. I wish I had a better answer for y'all, but the truth is, particularly for envelopes, international envelopes like we're sending, there's no tracking number for them. They get there when they get there, and unfortunately that can be up to a few months depending on the part of the world you're in. India, which unfortunately is one of our top countries, unfortunately has a really inconsistent postal service from what we've seen. And, we do see a lot of mail failure in India in particular, which means that the letters never get delivered. Now, we do send one out for every hacker, though, and we'll keep sending them out as well. So apologies, but I do not have an answer for you on this one. Let's see here.
Hashtag free Blahaz in the chat.
Let's see what other questions we have. Yeah, thank you for joining us. We're happy to help out. One of my favorite things to do, honestly, is these Q&As. I love to just sit and answer questions from hackers. If I could make this my full job, I would. So here's a good one. Do you want to take a stab at this?
Sure. Do we have a demo video for challenges as well? You don't have to. Like we said, these are different. Global Hack Weeks are different from the hackathons that you've been participating in. All you have to do is probably screenshots and all of those things. Instructions of submissions are going to be mentioned on the challenges page. Let's say you go ahead and decide to complete the LinkedIn challenge that we completed on screen. You have to go and read the instructions that's written on it to understand what you need to submit. But I can tell you for a fact that we don't really want you to submit demo videos for any of the challenges that's going to be up this week.
We don't require them. If you really wanted to, you certainly could, but we don't require them for this event. So here's a great one. I believe Armand was the person who was asking earlier how to get in touch with MLHers. I could be wrong on that, but if you're looking to get in touch with Vinayak, I'm sure you can reach out to them on Twitter or something like that would be my guess. But worst case scenario, I will message them on Slack for you and get them to get in touch with you. So.
Sure. You're also going to see Vinayak on daily streams this week. So
perfect. There you go.
Hold your questions till then.
What time does Codefly start? That's going to be in 10 minutes time here. So we're going to be switching over to that shortly here, which is actually a perfect reminder. Siddharth, can you do some questions so I can check in with Ro and make sure we're good to go for that next stream?
For sure. Let me go scroll through the questions. Question here is, are there prizes for challenges? There's not. I'd say there are prizes for challenges. You actually get points when you complete a challenge, and those points get you swags that we talked about earlier. So there's no challenge directly related prizes that way, but you do get swag when you collect points which challenges earn you. Let's go back, scroll through these.
Here's one from 404. How can I get the coach's tee without waiting a few years to actually become a coach? I have bad news for you here, 404. The MLHer shirts that you're talking about, which have the big like circle MLH. Oh, there you go. Siddharth's got one on. Perfect. That shirt is only for people on our team. So you need to either become a coach, become a streamer, or join the full-time team, in some capacity to earn one of those tees. That one is limited only to MLHers. Let's see what else we have.
Another question here about challenges. How do we prove we completed a challenge for points? When you go to the challenges page, you're going to have instructions mentioned on it, which is either going to be sharing the completed challenge on the daily form or on DevPost. Based on what the challenge is, you'll either be asked to share a screenshot, or it's going to be the hack completely that you can share on DevPost, a link to it on DevPost or the daily form. So it would differ based on what challenge you're trying to do, but you'll have all the instructions mentioned on the challenges page.
And this person's specifically asking for LinkedIn and Twitter, which I'm not sure that the description actually has the daily form link in it. I'm going to post it in chat right now, but there's a Google form that you submit those challenges, like joining that LinkedIn event. So I'm trying to send that in chat right now, but I'm having trouble sending to Twitch chat. So let me maybe try all destinations here. It's just hackp.ac/daily form, if someone else can type that for me. Here's a really good question. Do you ship swag to Ukraine? So right now, unfortunately, we're unable to ship most swag to Ukraine because of the ongoing, war and everything there. As soon as we're able to ship, though, we have a backlog of things that we'll ship out to hackers in any regions. And there's a couple of other spots in the world like that as well, to be honest. You can look at FedEx and UPS's websites for a list of regions that they're supporting at the moment. And that is what MLH uses to ship out our swag. So that's a really good indicator of where we can and cannot ship as well. Really good question. My fingers are aching. I'm assuming from answering so many questions. Awesome job there. Also, I like this. After Ryan finished the challenge on stream, the number of people attended spiked. Glad to see it was helpful and everyone got themselves a point there as well. Make sure to do it on the daily form and say that you did it, so we give you the point.
Is there going to be a stream recording? Definitely, you are going to find it on Twitch and also on YouTube. Just go and search for Major League Hacking.
I did not get a reply from Rosendo, so I'm going to give it a few more seconds here, and then I'm actually going to pop off stream and leave you to hang out with the hackers and go check in on them.
That sounds good. Submitting demo videos are optional. That's correct. Submitting demo videos is definitely going to be optional. We're not going to require you to submit one, but if you would want to create one and show us all the amazing things that you built, you can definitely do that.
I clicked too quickly here, but the great question here, how does MLH know that we attended a live session? So you're going to actually check in for each of the live sessions, and let me show you all that, because we've talked about it a couple of times here. Use screen, share this for y'all. So let's put that on stream here. And so if I scroll up to the top here and go to the schedule, we'll check out the GitHub stream, which is the next one coming up here. So Spread Your Wings with Kubefly.js by the GitHub team. If you click on this event, it's going to open up a new window for you. And you can see here that I can register and check in for this event. And that's how we tell that you attended the event. We'll ask you to register and check in for it directly on the website.
I'm going to drop that link in the chat for everybody to sign up.
Right. Does MLH provide certificates? We do for some events. We historically have not for Global Hack Week. We've done a couple of surveys and polls of the community, and there's a pretty small segment of folks who actually get a lot of value out of these, and they are pretty difficult to administer for the 2,000 plus people that attend for Global Hack Week. And so generally speaking, we don't do certificates. If you really needed something for school or anything like that, you're welcome to reach out to our team over email and we'll see if we can help you out, but we don't do anything by default on these. Cool. Let's see what else we've got.
How do we keep track of our points? You're going to receive daily emails, which is going to talk about the number of points that you have. And it's going to kind of tell you what percentage of hackers you belong to, of how many points you've earned. So don't worry about taking notes or keeping track of the points. We've got you covered.
Let me see if Rosendo replied to me. He just did. Okay, great. Perfect. So I can hang out with everything's queued up, just waiting for y'all. Awesome. We will go right to time since we'll give it maybe a 2-minute transition. So we'll do 2 more minutes of questions here, and then we will end our stream. Everyone can refresh, and you'll be right on time for the the GitHub one right after us.
Sounds good.
Can I become a coach without being 18? Unfortunately, you cannot. You have to be 18 years or older to participate in the fellowship and to participate in the coaches program. That said, I have had a couple of coaches who've joined right away as soon as they're able to. So if you're interested, by all means, let me know. Can we win swag just by watching you guys on Twitch? You absolutely can. All you need to do is register for the event and fill out your address for us, and we'll happily send you swag as long as you're registered for the event. And to earn that bonus swag, all you need to do is watch 5 people on Twitch and make sure that you submit and check in for those events. Again, we want swag to be as easy to earn as possible because we want to just welcome people to the community and thank them for being part of it. It is not meant to be difficult to earn it. Where do we find the daily form every day to update our achievements? It's going to be the same link every day. We update the link for you. It's going to be hackp.ac/daily form, and that will be updated each day, and Siddharth just put it in chat for you as well. Perfect. Cool. Well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap us up so that the GitHub folks can get on stream and get live. I'm going to end our stream. If you're watching right now, do me a favor and refresh the page so that the GitHub stream comes up for you. Particularly, you might have to watch an ad or something like that. But I really appreciate all joining us today. If you have other questions, feel free to reach out in Discord or over email, whatever works best for you. And thank you all so much, and happy hacking, everyone. All right?
Happy hacking. Bye.